friends and family. Welcome to day 56, cycle 3, day 13 of my quest to crush aggressive diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, stage 4, ICD code C83.39, also called DLBCL, and we are using the R-EPOCH Immuno/Chemotherapy to treat NHL, and we're going to crush it. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on the journey today. I wanted to start with a little bit of administrative stuff. For those who are not familiar with YouTube, if you look down at the bottom of the bar, it's showing you like it's progressing. Right now it's at the very beginning. You can see little splits in the bar, and those splits go along with my sections. So there's also some information, like probably says something like Crush NHL or something like that as my intro section, because we're still in the intro. But if you go down below the picture, the video, there's a description, and if you use the little down arrow, hold on, sorry. I think I snapped a picture on my phone. So if you see this little down arrow, if you click on that, it opens up, and then it shows you the description. And scroll down a little bit, and there's something called a jump. I called it Daily Updates Jump Around menu, I think. And then you can jump around just by clicking on the timestamp. So you don't want to listen to me blah 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 about the daily quote today? Just jump to the to-do list. You don't want to hear about the to-do list for tomorrow? Jump to the status. You can jump around however you like. So I just want to let you know about that. I think there was something else I wanted to let you know, but I can't remember what it is right now. Oh, yesterday and moving forward, I added a few links down below in the same description if you keep scrolling down. One is about my positive attitude. I recorded a video a long time ago, but it's like halfway through. But I figured out another skill set, another skill improvement, how to link directly to the start. So if you click on the link, it'll start right where I talk about the positive attitude. And then there's also one about why I continue to move when I'm sick, why it's important to me. And again, those were both recorded, I think, when I was in the hospital. So at the very beginning of this journey, but I've been able to link them below. And if you click those links, it takes you right to the video and the time when I talk about it. So if that's something you're interested in, that's down below too. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with mental health, mental space, Noodle. How am I feeling today, right? What's going on the inside? So I'm going to say, if you didn't guess by my thumbnail, I'm feeling pretty strong. Yes, that was a sock. I cracked myself up. I just thought it was hysterical. Sorry. I know it's not, but it cracked me up. I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm feeling like I am improving. Let me not falsify my feelings. I still feel the effects of the poison, but I am feeling stronger. Today was a better day than yesterday, than the day before, etc., etc. So thumbs up. And as I have said here many times, I am just so grateful that my bad days are few and my good days are more. So I am very grateful for that. All right, so today's quote. Are you all ready? And I'm going to give a shout out to my brother. Get my niece. Make sure she's listening. This one's for her. The youngest one. Little one. You ready? Here we go. You have to remember that the hard days are what make you stronger. The bad days make you realize what a good day is. If you never had any bad days, you would never have that sense of accomplishment. And who said that? Aly Raisman. All right. I think it was all out there, right? You have to experience the bad days to get stronger, and you need the bad days to make you realize the good days, right? Bad and good. Okay. The reason I called out my niece is because she's an aspiring gymnast, and she's quite good. Very powerful. Totally ripped. Unbelievable. She puts us all to shame. Love you. All right, let's get into the to-do list. Are we ready? So the first thing, and what took up most of my day, was I went to work, and I had several meetings. This was the first time in quite a while that I had meetings because as I mentioned already, we were recently reassigned. The old assignment kind of dwindled out, and the meetings were few and far between. I did work on my new sweater, but I did not complete it. So I will share it when it's done. It's not too far, but still more work to do. I showered and dressed today. I'm actually wearing jeans you can't see, not pajama bottoms you can't see. Because Bill had an appointment, which he decided to cancel about an hour before an hour before we were supposed to get there. Something like that. He decided it was too cold and snowy and too risky and he didn't want to go. Fine. Meanwhile, I was already dressed, so I stayed dressed. Ta-da! Okay, let's see what else. I loaded the dishwasher today. I had a lovely chat with one of my friends. That was very nice. She was one of the people that reached out to me yesterday. And in my pacing ways, I was able to walk 2.37 miles while I was on the phone with her. Just because I'm a fidget. I told you guys that. Okay, and the last thing I did today takes a little more explanation, so I'm going to move over here and tell you about what I did today and a little bit yesterday was set up a Charity Miles. I don't know if you're familiar with this, an app you can download to your Apple or your Droid. It doesn't play as nice with Droid. I'll just put that out there, and I happen to have Droid. It's okay. It's not the best. So I have Fitbit that's tracking all my steps all the time, but the Charity Miles doesn't link with my Fitbit. But I think on Apple it might, if you link through iFit or something like that. I don't know the exact details because I don't have an Apple. Okay, where I'm going is, the way Charity Miles works is you can choose to donate to any number. There's a massive amount of charities there. And so I made the choice to make donations to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to hopefully improve others' lives and myself in the future, perhaps. And a small percentage, I forget the numbers, but a little teeny bit, for every mile you walk, they make a donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So, for all of you folks that are stuck inside for these winter months and need some encouragement to get going, you want to join me in my little walking? I made a group. The group is called Crush. Here, I'm going to just type it right here. Or maybe here. I'll type it down here. Crush with a capital C, NHL, all capital, exclamation point, exclamation point. I was going to say bang bang, but that's old developer speak. Sorry, guys. I had to remember. And that's the group I made, and you're welcome to join. I'd love to have you along. And if you want to donate to the Lymphoma Society as well, then you pick that when you establish yourself. And I think you can log in using just your email or your Facebook. I forget the terms. I use my email. And then in this way, we can all work together walking. Thumbs up for everybody moving. And we can also make some donations that might help folks in the future. So please, I encourage you to join me on your daily walks. Now, one downside for me is that most of my steps come just because I'm a fidgeter. I get up from my chair and I move around. The way that the app works is you have to start and end the walking. So I would either have to start it and let it run all day, or I need to have like some concentrated walking. So like today, I can show you here. Here's a little snapshot of my day today. At one point, I was like running around getting breakfast and getting ready for the day. And so I turned it on, and I don't know, that was a quarter of a mile or something. And then when I spoke to my friends this evening, you can see I had this kind of long, the 2.37 miles. 37? Yeah, 37 miles. So you can see that, it recorded both of those here. And so to me, that's a downside. To others, that's not a downside, right? You're relatively sedentary, and this is a reminder to get up, get on the treadmill or do whatever kind of exercise you're going to do, take a walk around the block. Then you just get it started and get it going. So maybe I'm going to start calling my friends more frequently so I can get some steps in. What do you think of that? In any case, I'll try to remember as my days go on. But please join me. I would really appreciate it. Thumbs up. All right, and that is all I had for my to-do list today. Let's get on to ta-da. I'm sorry. That was backwards. That's all I had for my ta-da list. Let's get on to the to-do list. So tomorrow I'm going to work again all week. Next week, it turns out I've pre-scheduled based on my chemotherapy dates, how I'm going to feel, and all the stuff I have scheduled. So next, all the way through the end of March. I've done February and March. And next week we have off Monday as a corporate holiday, and then I'm off Thursday morning at least because I'm going for the PET scan, and then I'm off Friday for the start of my next chemo cycle. So cycle 4 starts on Friday. Woohoo! Not so much. Okay, I'm just going to pretend Friday's not coming. Blinders on. All right, let's go. So I'm going to work to finish my sweater. I'm going to try to get some time to talk to my boss. I'm going to talk about this a little later in the status, but I did get an answer on the short-term disability, and it was confusing to me, so I'm going to talk to my boss and see what his feedback is. What am I doing tomorrow? And one more thing. I'll take comments down below, text, direct messaging, whatever you got. Give me some feedback. I'm starting a hunt for a new phone. The phone I have right now is at least 4 or 5 years old, I'm going to say. And it's okay. Unfortunately, I did drop it over the summer and cracked it pretty good, but it's working. No complaints. However, the phone was gifted to me and it's an unlocked phone. It's been working fine. And we have something here. We have AT&T service called Microcell, which is kind of uses your home Wi-Fi and boosts your cellular signal. And in the last 2 weeks, it just stopped working. And when we go to the AT&T website, it says, oh, use Wi-Fi calling. In your home, you don't need the microcell. However, they disabled Wi-Fi calling if you have an unlocked phone, because my phone was gifted to me. It didn't come from AT&T. So I'm totally aggravated. But that means I have very poor cell service in the house. Everybody else was able to do the Wi-Fi calling, Bill and the boys, so it's not an issue for everybody else. So that aggravates me, although it's not the end of the world, but it's not great. And we don't have, what am I saying? We don't have, like, house phone anymore. We only have all the cell phones. Now, of course, I could use somebody else's cell phone if I need to, but it's just yucky. And, from a technology perspective, I need a new phone. So this is what I'm looking for. If you have any feedback, please share. I want an Android. Definitely, I'm not going to iPhone. I'm not an Apple girl. Sorry. I'm leaning towards Samsung, but I'm not absolutely sold. If you can sell me on something else, and I need a great car, I need a great camera, and I need a phone that has the ability to have SD card storage. I don't want to be just locked into the storage that's provided by the phone. I want to be able to supplement. So those are my primary, I have other requirements, but those are my primary requirements. So if you have a phone you absolutely love or absolutely hate, well, I hate to dish anybody, but if there's anything you really like or really would discourage me from getting, let me know. And I don't know when I'm going to get to that, but maybe that'll be a focus for the weekend. All right. So that's the end of my to-do list. Let's talk about angel deliveries. I got one angel delivery today. I wanted to shout out, thank you. It was a card with well wishes and a gift card to a local grocery store. So that was great. Thank you so, so much for your love and support. We really appreciate it. And of course, my family eats, as you know. So no problem using that one, right? All right. So I think that's it. If you just came for the lovely story of the day, then thank you for joining us. And we're going to get into status. So we will see you tomorrow. All right, status, eating, no nausea, mouth pain is no teeth pain, no throat pain, all thumbs up. My intake was 82 ounces, which is about 2.4 liters, a little bit over. All right, let's move on to other chemotherapy symptoms. Neuropathy is still present, but it hasn't been as alarming as it was those few days. Hair loss is status quo. Nose clots are back. This evening I've had a bit of a headache, but it's not crazy, but it's there. Fatigue is there. I am tired. Red skin, nope. I don't think I have chemo brain. I participated in some work meetings, and here I feel like I'm on top of it. Let me know if I'm deluded. If I really have chemo brain. Let's see. Sleep, 6 hours and 17 minutes. I definitely could use a nap, but no time for a nap today, unfortunately. Movement was 6,000 steps. At least I'm moving, right? I've given myself that little secret today. Today I've already beat my 7,000. Join me. Oh, and by the way, join me on Charity Miles so we can crush NHL together. All right, vitals. My vitals are fine. No problems there. And doctor news. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, no doctor news from the doctor. I did get some word back on short-term disability, which was totally baffling. I alluded to this earlier on my to-do list. They said that it's not short-term disability, it's a work accommodation. that gets entered into some system somewhere that my boss sees. And then if it's not acceptable with him, then he contests it. And then I don't know what the next steps are. And then there's some options before short-term disability. So totally unclear to me why they're unwilling to just say it's short-term. I mean, it's definitely medical. But I guess I'm willing to do whatever they're willing. I'm willing to do whatever they'll do as long as they're paying me full-time. That's really my biggest beef. So if they tell me the work accommodation means I don't have to work all the hours, but I also don't get paid the hours, then I'm going to push for the short term. So that's why I want to talk to my boss and understand all the details. And if he doesn't have them, then I'll call over to those folks. It just makes no sense to me what's the issue with going to short term. I have no idea. But I'm just going to roll with it. For now, I'm not stressing about it. I mean, we're already this far into it, and I've been just taking the sick days as I need them, so that's what I'll keep doing. All right, so I think that is all that I have for you today. I really, really appreciate it if you stayed to the end. Thanks. I feel like I should give you guys an award for staying to the end. What can I come up with? Some secret thing at the end. You guys have any ideas? Put some comments, suggestions below. What should I include at the end if you stay to the end? I don't know what it should be. All right. Well, thank you all so much for your love and support. I really appreciate really, really appreciate it. And as you can see, I feel like I'm coming out of the dark hole. And I said earlier to my girlfriend when I was talking to her, I'm like, I don't believe that it's realistic to expect that you can take in all that poison and not have bad days. You have to, right? I mean, we're poisoning our body to kill the cancer. But I'm just so, so grateful that the bad days are just so few compared to the good days in the cycle. That's just miraculous to me. As you all may or may not know, I think you should probably do because I talk about it quite a bit. It wasn't that way in the past for me, and so I'm just so grateful that it is doing that. So, yay! All right, thank you all. Remember, oh, I did it again. I love you. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it.